Imagine finding a single penny in your old change jar and realizing it's worth over $2 million. Sounds crazy, right? Face screaming in fear. Well, there's one rare 1970 Lincoln penny out there that has done exactly that. Turned an ordinary coin into a millionaire's dream. Let's uncover the truth behind this shocking story. Let's rewind the clock back to the year 1970, a time when the U.S. Mint was producing millions of Lincoln cents, just like every other year. But hidden among those ordinary copper coins, something went terribly, or rather beautifully, wrong. One batch of 1970 Lincoln pennies came out with a minting error that would change coin history forever. Collectors now call it the 1970s small date Lincoln cent. And if you have one, it could be your ticket to a fortune. But that's not even the wildest part. Among these coins, a few were mistakenly struck using proof dies meant for collector sets, and even over an older coin die, the 1909 Lincoln cent. That's right, a double die strike so rare that only a handful are known to exist today. Now imagine this, a single coin that you could have spent on a gumball in 1970, selling today for more than $2 million. Money with wings. The secret lies in the details. Take a closer look at the date on your penny. If the 7 in 1970 looks slightly higher than the rest of the numbers, or if you see faint doubling on the word Liberty, or In God We Trust, you might be holding a rare double die variety. Most people don't even know these errors exist. They just see a regular old penny and spend it, but collectors, they see a treasure hiding in plain sight. The 1970s small date proof penny and especially the 1970s double die obverse are two of the most sought-after coins in modern U.S. history. One of these sold at auction for over $2.3 million in pristine condition, making it one of the most valuable Lincoln cents ever discovered. So, why is it worth so much? Because of rarity. Only a tiny handful exist, and the demand from collectors who are willing to pay huge amounts to own a piece of minting history. Just imagine finding one in your old coin jar, or hidden in your grandpa's drawer. That one little penny could literally change your life forever. So next time you see a 1970 penny, don't ignore it. Check for that tiny S mint mark under the date and study the numbers carefully. You might be staring at a multi-million-dollar coin without even knowing it. If you love coin hunting and dream of striking gold or copper, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe for daily videos on rare and valuable coins, and turn on the bell notification so you never miss the next millionaire coin story. Imagine finding a simple 1-cent coin that could make you a millionaire overnight. Flushed face sounds crazy, right? But one rare 1980 Lincoln penny has done exactly that, turning an ordinary pocket change into a life-changing fortune worth over $1.2 million. Moneybags, stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you might just run to check your old pennies. In 1980, the U.S. Mint struck millions of Lincoln pennies, just like every other year. Most of them were ordinary, made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, with Abraham Lincoln's proud profile on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. But hidden among those millions, a few rare coins came out with a minting mistake that no one noticed at first. These weren't just any errors, they were super rare double die strikes, meaning Lincoln's features, letters, or numbers were stamped twice, by accident. Under magnification, you can actually see a ghost-like double image on the date 1980 and the word Liberty. And that tiny error, that's what turned an ordinary penny into a million-dollar treasure. Face with open mouth now, here's where things get even crazier. In 2023, a pristine 1980 double die Lincoln penny was auctioned and sold for $1.2 million to a private collector who had been hunting for one for decades. The coin's surface shimmered with its original red luster, graded MS-67 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, basically meaning it was in near-perfect condition. Collectors went absolutely wild for it because such high-grade 1980 pennies almost never survive in circulation. And the truth is, there might still be more out there. Somewhere inside old piggy banks, jars of change, or forgotten drawers, could be another 1980 Lincoln penny with that same rare doubling. Just imagine, you go through your old coins, spot that tiny doubling on the date, and boom, collision, you're holding something worth more than a luxury car or even a house. How to identify the million-dollar 1980 penny ***. If you want to check your coins, here's what to look for. 1. The year should read clearly *1980*. and under magnifying glass, look closely at the numbers, especially the 8 and the 0.2. Check the word Liberty. If it looks doubled or shadowed, that's your jackpot sign. Point 3, a bright red color or copper shine means it's well preserved. That's even better. If you find something that looks unusual, don't clean it. Cleaning a coin can destroy its value instantly. Instead, contact a certified coin grader like PCGS or NGC and have them evaluate it professionally. Who knows? Your penny could be the next 6 or 7-figure coin. So next time you're about to spend your spare change, take a second look. That 1-cent coin from 1980 might just be your ticket to a millionaire lifestyle. Money with wings. Asterisk studio microphone asterisk. What if I told you that a simple 1981 penny in your pocket could be worth over $1 million today? That's right. A coin most people ignore every single day could make you rich overnight. Don't blink, because this story might just change your life forever. Asterisk studio microphone. Let's go back to 1981. The U.S. Mint was producing billions of Lincoln cents, the last full year made entirely of 95% copper before switching to zinc. Most people never noticed anything special about these coins. They jingled in pockets, slid through vending machines, and vanished into coin jars. But one particular 1981 Lincoln penny changed everything. Somewhere in that massive production run, a minting anomaly occurred, a rare transitional error or off-metal strike, and that tiny mistake turned an ordinary 1-cent coin into $1 million treasure. Collectors started noticing certain 1981 pennies that looked slightly different. The color was richer, the detail sharper, and under magnification, the design features seemed almost perfect. These rare pieces were struck with proof-like precision, some even on experimental planchets, metal discs never meant for circulation. Point 1 of these coins, discovered by a casual collector in a handful of loose change, was later authenticated and graded MS68 red, an almost flawless condition. And that coin? It sold for over $1.2 million. Moneybag, that's right. A coin worth 1 cent turned into a fortune. Imagine finding that in your change while buying a cup of coffee. Hot beverage. Now here's the thing. Millions of people still have 1981 Lincoln pennies sitting in drawers, jars, or even stuck between couch cushions. Most are common, but the rare few are worth small fortunes. So how can you tell if yours is valuable? Look for these clues. Backhand index pointing down. 1. Check the date and mint mark. 1981 pennies without a mint mark were made in Philadelphia. Those with D or S are from Denver and San Francisco. Some of the rare ones come from the San Francisco Mint, especially if they have a proof finish. 2. Weigh your coin. A genuine 1981 copper penny should weigh about 3.11 grams. If yours is lighter, around 2.5 grams, it might be a rare zinc transitional error, and that's a jackpot find. Point 3. Condition is everything. Coins graded MS67 or MS68 red are what collectors go crazy for. Even slightly worn coins can still sell for hundreds or thousands. Point 4. Look for sharp details. Clear lines on Lincoln's hair, crisp lettering, and a bright red luster are signs your coin may be valuable. People have literally become millionaires overnight from rare Lincoln cents. Coins they didn't even know were special. So before you toss that 1981 penny aside, take a second look. That little piece of copper might be the key to your financial freedom. Because remember, every great discovery starts with curiosity. Studio microphone asterisk. If you enjoyed this story and you want to know about more coins hiding huge value in plain sight, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon bell. Because tomorrow's video might be the one that makes you a millionaire. Asterisk. Microphone asterisk. If I told you that a simple penny from 1982 could be worth over $1 million today, would you believe me? Most people don't until they see the truth with their own eyes. Because in 1982, something went terribly wrong at the U.S. Mint, and that mistake created one of the rarest Lincoln pennies in American history. And guess what? It might still be hiding in your pocket change right now. Asterisk microphone asterisk 1982. A year that quietly changed everything for coin collectors. It was the year the U.S. Mint decided to switch the Lincoln penny's metal composition from 95% copper to a cheaper zinc core coated with copper. Why? Because copper prices were skyrocketing and it was actually costing more than 1 cent just to make a penny. Asterisk. But during this big change, something mysterious happened. A few 1982 pennies were struck with the wrong metal, pure copper instead of zinc. Those coins shouldn't exist. But they do. Asterisk. Now here's where things get crazy. There are 7 different varieties of 1982 pennies. Small date, large date, copper, zinc, Denver mint, and Philadelphia mint. But only one special type, the 1982D small date copper penny, has become the holy grail of Lincoln cents. Asterisk. In 2019, a collector discovered one of these rare 1982D small date copper pennies. It looked ordinary, brown, worn, just another coin, until he weighed it. The scale read 3.1 grams instead of 2.5 grams, proving it was copper. That tiny difference made it a millionaire's treasure. Asterisk. Experts authenticated it, and the coin was later valued at over $1 million. Yes, for a single penny. That's because it's believed only 1 or 2 of these copper 1982D pennies were ever minted before the mint switched completely to zinc. Asterisk. Imagine that for a second. You're holding a coin worth $1 million in your hand, and you don't even know it. It could be sitting in a jar of pennies in your home right now, or even in your wallet. Asterisk. So how can you tell if you have the rare one? Here's what to look for. Asterisk. First, check the date. It must say 1982D. The D stands for Denver mint. Asterisk. Second, look closely at the numbers. You want the small date variety. The 8 is slimmer and the top of the 2 lines up with the 9 and 8. Asterisk. Third, weigh your coin on a digital scale. If it weighs around 3.1 grams, you might be holding a copper penny worth a fortune. Asterisk. But if it weighs about 2.5 grams, it's the zinc version, still cool, but not the $1 million one. Remember, only a handful of genuine copper 1982D pennies have ever been found. Asterisk. And that's what makes coin collecting so fascinating. One small mistake at the mint, one overlooked detail, and suddenly, a piece of metal meant to buy gum is worth more than a luxury car, a house, or even a lifetime of savings. Asterisk. So before you spend your loose change, take a closer look, because your next penny might just be your ticket to becoming a millionaire. Asterisk. Imagine finding a single penny in your pocket and realizing it's worth over $1 million. Face screaming in fear sounds unbelievable, right? Well, that's exactly what happened with the 1993 Lincoln penny. A coin hiding in plain sight that turned ordinary people into overnight millionaires. Moneybag fire. Let's go back to 1993, a year when no one paid much attention to pennies. They were just tiny copper-colored coins, small, simple, and ignored by almost everyone. But hidden among the billions minted in Denver that year was one coin that would change the game forever, the 1993 Lincoln penny worth millions today. Now, you might be wondering, what makes this ordinary-looking coin so special? Thinking face well, here's the twist. Not all 1993 pennies are valuable, but a very small number of them were struck with rare minting errors, microscopic flaws, die cracks, and double designs that turned a 1-cent coin into a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. Collectors call it the $1 million error penny. And the craziest part? Many of these rare coins are still in circulation, hiding in old jars, drawers, or even your daily change. The story behind the rarity ***, the 1993 penny was struck at the Denver Mint, with billions produced. But a handful of them had a die alignment issue, meaning the front and back designs didn't line up perfectly. Some showed doubling on Lincoln's face or the word Liberty, while others had a die crack running through the date. A minting mistake that instantly made them unique. One such coin was sold at a private auction for over $1.1 million, shocking even veteran coin experts. Why? Because error coins like this are one of a kind. When collectors see that combination, a visible error, great condition, and rarity, they go crazy bidding for it. How to check if you have one ***. So, how can you tell if your 1993 penny is worth a fortune? Here's what to look for carefully. 1. Check the D mint mark under the year. Make sure it's bold and well struck. 2. Look closely at the word Liberty and In God We Trust. If you notice any doubling, like a shadow or thick lettering, that's a strong sign of a rare error. 3. Flip the coin and inspect the Lincoln Memorial. A die crack, off-center strike, or doubled steps could make it worth thousands or even millions. For finally, condition matters. Coins with sharp details and no scratches are worth far more. And here's the kicker. Even if yours isn't the $1 million version, some 1993 D pennies with light doubling or die breaks can still sell for hundreds or thousands of dollars online. Dollar banknotes, so next time you're counting change, don't ignore that dull little penny. Who knows? That 1 cent could be your ticket to becoming a millionaire. Tell me in the comments, have you ever found a rare coin by surprise? Backhand index pointing down, I'd love to hear your story. Asterisk, every coin has a story, and sometimes that story is worth a fortune. So go check your pockets, your jars, your piggy banks, because the next 1993 D Lincoln penny could be sitting right in front of you. This is Asterisk bringing you the most unbelievable stories from the world of coins. Until next time, keep collecting, keep hunting, and maybe, just maybe, get rich from a single penny. Moneybag sparkles.